Chosen one, you felt it, haven't you? The slow unraveling of your trust in God's plan. It may have started with small cracks, a moment of doubt, an unanswered prayer, or a situation that didn't unfold as you hoped. Over time, these cracks widened. The weight of life's challenges may have pushed you to question the path God has set for you. You may have wondered if His plan for you is really as good as you once believed. The doubt has settled in whispering that maybe, just maybe, God's plan isn't what you thought it would be. It's a struggle that many of us face at some point, but what matters now is this: you don't have to stay there. You see, the truth is that God's plan for you is unchanging, even when our ability to trust it begins to waver. What you may not realize, chosen one, is that you have taken the step of taking away your own trust in His plan. Perhaps not intentionally, but piece by piece, you've allowed doubt to seep in. You've relied on your own understanding, your own timing, or your own strength, slowly pushing God's will aside. The result is a lack of peace, a restlessness that refuses to let you fully embrace His purpose. That is the cost of misplaced trust. You may have felt that the road you're on isn't the one you were meant to walk, and so you've tried to carve your own way. But deep inside, you know that this isn't where you're supposed to be. The invitation is now before you to rebuild your trust, to step back into the divine flow of God's plan, and to surrender the doubts that have held you captive. Trust is the foundation of your faith. It's the bedrock that will hold you steady when the storms of life try to knock you off course. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded no matter what lies ahead. The cracks you've allowed to form in your trust can be mended. God can restore the foundation of your life, no matter how fractured it may seem. You may feel as if the journey back to trusting God's plan is a daunting one, but it starts with acknowledging where you are. It starts with being honest with yourself and with God about the doubts that have taken root. There's no shame in this. We all go through seasons of doubt and struggle. It's part of the human experience. But the key is not to stay in that place. The key is to rebuild your trust in God's plan. Step by step, brick by brick, you can restore the trust that has been eroded by fear, disappointment, and self-reliance. Now, chosen one, take a moment to reflect on the last time you truly felt connected to God's plan for your life. Maybe it was when you first felt His call in your heart, when you were sure of your purpose, when you were filled with joy and peace, knowing that you were walking in His will. The doubt, the uncertainty, and the fear had not yet crept in, and there was a clarity that filled you. Remember that moment. That is the path you are meant to walk. You were not meant to stumble through life questioning every decision, doubting every move. You were meant to walk in confidence, knowing that God's plan for you is always good, always full of hope, always leading you toward the fulfillment of His promises. To rebuild trust in God's plan, you must return to that foundation of clarity and peace. You must remember who God is. He is faithful. He has never failed you. He has always been with you, even in the moments when you couldn't see Him or feel Him. His plan is still at work, even when you feel lost or confused. He has never left you, and He is inviting you back to trust Him fully. Nothing that has happened in your life has surprised Him. He has always known where He is leading you, and His plans for you are still unfolding step by step. Trust is not a passive action. It is an active choice. You must choose to trust God again, even if it feels like a leap of faith. You may not have all the answers, and the road ahead may still seem unclear, but God is asking you to trust Him with the unknown, to let go of your need for control, and to take the first step back toward His plan for you. Trust is built one moment at a time, one decision at a time, and with each step you take in faith, you are rebuilding the foundation of your trust in God's plan. When you choose to trust God, you begin to see things from His perspective. You begin to understand that His plan is bigger than any immediate disappointment or struggle. His plan is eternal, and it is good. You may not understand why things have unfolded the way they have, but you don't have to. God is still in control, And that is where your trust lies, not in your ability to understand every detail of His plan, but in the truth that He is good, He is faithful, and He loves you with an everlasting love. It's time, chosen one, to rebuild your trust in God's plan. The cracks that have formed in your faith can be healed, and the doubts that have held you captive can be replaced with a solid foundation of God's promises. You are not alone in this process. God is right beside you, helping you restore what was broken, guiding you back to the path of peace, purpose, and trust. He is calling you to return to the place where you fully embrace His plan for your life and trust in His timing, His wisdom, and His love. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to figure everything out. What you need to do, chosen one, is trust that God is with you, leading you and guiding you. Step by step, you will rebuild your trust in His plan, and in doing so, you will find the peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. Take a deep breath now, chosen one, and let go of the doubts, the fear, and the uncertainty. Open your heart to trust God once again. Know that His plan for you is good and that He is with you every step of the way. Your journey is not over. It's just beginning. Trust Him and let Him guide you back to the life He has always had for you. Chosen one, the lies you've believed have woven themselves into the fabric of your thoughts. These lies, these doubts have shaped your perception of God's plan for you. They've told you that you're not enough, that you've messed up too many times, or that your purpose is lost. Maybe the enemy whispered that your dreams were too big, too impossible to achieve, or that you'd never be worthy of God's promises. Maybe you told yourself that you had missed your chance, or that it was too late to realign with God's will. These lies have taken root in your heart, chosen one, and they built walls around your faith, preventing you from trusting fully in God's plan. But today is the day, chosen one, when those walls begin to come down. It's time to expose those lies for what they are: falsehoods that have no power over you unless you allow them to. You've believed these lies for too long, and they've created a barrier between you and the abundant life God has for you. The truth is that God's plan for your life is far greater than any fear, doubt, or past failure. His promises stand firm even when your trust has wavered. He has never abandoned His purpose for you, and He is inviting you to stand firm in His truth once again. The first step in rebuilding trust is recognizing the lies you've believed. The lie that you are unworthy, you are chosen, beloved, and perfectly crafted for God's plan. Nothing you have done, no mistake you've made can erase the fact that you are His. The lie that you've missed your purpose. You have not. God's calling on your life is still there, waiting for you to step back into it. The lie that you are too broken to be used by God. You are made whole in Christ. His grace is sufficient, and it is in your weakness that His strength is made perfect. Remember, chosen one, that God's plan for you is always greater than your mistakes, greater than the fears that keep you up at night, and greater than the doubts that cloud your judgment. His plan is unshakable, eternal, and based on His infinite love for you. But if you continue to believe the lies, you will remain stuck, unable to fully embrace the peace, purpose, and fulfillment that God wants to pour into your life. These lies have kept you from trusting in God's plan, from stepping into the fullness of the future He has prepared for you. They've kept you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. But today we expose them for what they are: lies designed to hold you captive, to keep you from walking in the freedom God has for you. Now it's time to replace these lies with the truth of God's word. God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made, Psalm 139:14. He sees you as His beloved child, created with purpose and intention. You are not an accident. You are His masterpiece, made for His glory and His purpose. God says you are chosen not because of your perfection, but because of His love. His love for you is unshakable, unwavering, and eternal. God says you are forgiven. No matter your past mistakes, no matter how many times you've fallen short, His forgiveness has already covered you. There is nothing you have done that can separate you from His love or disqualify you from His calling. When you begin to replace the lies with the truth of God's Word, something beautiful begins to happen. Your perspective shifts. The lies that once held you captive begin to lose their power. You begin to see yourself through God's eyes, not as someone defined by failure or fear, but as someone who is loved, chosen, and equipped for greatness. You begin to trust God's plan again, to believe that His promises for your life are true, and to walk in the confidence that comes from knowing who you are in Christ. Chosen one, it's time to stop listening to the voices of doubt and fear. It's time to stop believing the lies that have kept you from walking in your divine purpose. God's truth is far more powerful than any lie that has ever been spoken over you. And when you embrace that truth, you will begin to experience the freedom and peace that comes from trusting in God's plan. But let's be clear, this process is not instantaneous. Rebuilding trust takes time. It takes consistent daily effort to choose God's truth over the lies that have shaped your perception of yourself. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, every time you hear the voice of fear telling you that you're not good enough, choose to speak the truth over your life. You are chosen, you are loved, you are enough. You are worthy of God's promises. The more you choose to believe God's truth, the more deeply rooted your trust will become. Trust is not a one-time decision. It is a continual choice to surrender your fears, doubts, and uncertainties to God. It is choosing to trust that His plan for your life is better than any plan you could create on your own. It is trusting that His timing is perfect, His ways are higher than your own, and His love will never fail you. Now, chosen one, as you begin to replace the lies with the truth, take a moment to reflect on how God sees you. Let His love wash over you, renewing your heart and mind. The lies that have kept you from trusting in His plan are not the end of your story. They are simply the obstacles you must overcome to step into the fullness of God's will for your life. You were never meant to walk in fear or doubt. You were meant to walk in the fullness of God's calling, to step boldly into the purpose He has set before you, knowing that He is with you every step of the way. His truth is your anchor, and His promises are your foundation. It's time to trust again. Chosen one, the moment you begin to expose the lies that have shaped your understanding, you are faced with the choice of whether to embrace the truth that God's plan for you is greater than your doubts and fears. This truth is the foundation upon which your trust in Him can be rebuilt. But rebuilding trust is not a passive process. It requires action, courage, and a willingness to surrender what you think you know about your own strength and ability. The road to rebuilding trust in God's plan is not always easy. There will be moments of uncertainty, moments when you feel as though you are walking in the dark, unsure of where God is leading you. Doubt will rise again. It will whisper that you failed too many times to be worthy of His guidance, that your mistakes have disqualified you from His promises. But these are the moments that define you. These are the moments when your trust in God must take precedence over your fear. To rebuild trust, you must first recognize the battle is not just external, but internal. It's the struggle between your fear and your faith. Fear will try to tell you that you cannot trust God's plan. It will tell you that your circumstances are too dire, your failure too great, or your past too broken to ever make a difference in the future. Fear will paint a picture of God as distant or incapable of bringing good from your current situation. But faith, true faith, sees beyond the circumstances. Faith sees a future that is filled with hope and divine purpose, even when you cannot see the full picture. So, chosen one, choose faith over fear. This is the act of rebuilding trust. Each time you choose faith, you are laying a brick in the foundation of trust. When doubt arises, you have the opportunity to choose to believe that God is in control, that He is working all things together for your good. Even when your emotions scream for control, when your heart feels burdened by the weight of doubt, you can still choose faith. It is not about being free from fear. It is about acknowledging the fear, but choosing to trust in God's promises anyway. To do this, you must remember God's character. Remember that He is faithful. Remember that He has a plan for your life, a good plan, a plan to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. His plan is not one of harm, but one that brings you peace and fulfillment. God does not lie. He has not forgotten you. His promises are not subject to the circumstances of your life. They are firm and unchanging. And when you choose to trust in those promises, you are standing on a foundation that cannot be shaken no matter what you face. Faith chosen one is more than just a belief. It's an action. It's a choice to step forward even when you cannot see the full picture. Trusting in God's plan means you are choosing to move forward in obedience, regardless of how uncertain the path may seem. It means trusting that even if you don't understand why certain things have happened or why things haven't gone as you planned, God is still in control. It means trusting that the God who formed you, who knit you together in your mother's womb, knows exactly what He is doing. He is faithful, and His timing is always perfect. When you feel unsure about taking that next step, when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of the unknown, take a deep breath and step forward anyway. Trust that even if you cannot see what lies ahead, God is leading you to a place of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. The journey of rebuilding trust in God's plan is a journey of faith, of stepping out, of taking that first step, even when you don't have all the answers. But each step brings you closer to Him, closer to your divine purpose. It's important to remember that God is not asking for perfection, but for surrender. He does not require you to have it all together before He can work in your life. He simply asks for your heart, your trust, and your obedience. When you surrender your fears, your doubts, your desires, and your need for control, you are giving God permission to lead you in ways you never imagined. You are allowing Him to guide you toward a future filled with His goodness, His love, and His purpose. And this chosen one is where the transformation happens. Rebuilding trust in God's plan doesn't happen overnight, but as you make the conscious choice to surrender to trust and to move forward, you begin to see the transformation in your heart. You begin to feel peace where once there was turmoil. You begin to experience clarity where there was once confusion. You begin to see the beauty of God's plan unfolding before you step by step. The more you choose to trust, the more your faith grows and the more you begin to see God's hand at work in your life. As you rebuild trust, you will begin to feel the freedom that comes from living in God's will. When you trust Him completely, there is a release from the burden of fear and doubt. You no longer have to carry the weight of trying to figure everything out on your own. You can rest in His peace knowing that He is guiding you every step of the way. But chosen one, there will still be times when doubt tries to creep back in, when fear tries to take its hold on your heart. In those moments, remember this truth: God is faithful. His plan for your life is unshakable, and His promises are true. When fear rises, let it be a signal to you that it's time to step forward in faith. Let it be a reminder that trust is a choice, and you, chosen one, have the strength to choose faith every time. Take a moment now, chosen one, and reflect on the steps you've taken so far. Reflect on the ways God has guided you even when you didn't fully understand. Trust that He is with you and that He will continue to lead you step by step toward the life He has planned for you. You are not alone in this process, and you are never without His guidance. Rebuilding trust is a journey of faith, obedience, and surrender. But as you continue to walk this path, you will find the peace and fulfillment that come from trusting in God's plan. Chosen one, the path to rebuilding trust in God's plan is not always linear. You will face moments of fear, moments when the past tries to creep back into your heart, and moments when doubt whispers, "Can God really use you after everything?" But let me tell you this, chosen one, God is faithful to finish the work He has started in you. No matter what you've been through, no matter how far you've strayed, He is still calling you back to Himself. His plan for you has never changed, and He is more than capable of restoring what has been lost or broken. As you rebuild trust, it's essential to remember that the struggles you face are not signs of defeat. They are opportunities for growth, for deeper faith, and for transformation. Every challenge, every moment of doubt, and every obstacle you face can be used by God to refine you, strengthen you, and draw you closer to Him. In those moments of struggle, you are not abandoned. Instead, you are being shaped, prepared, and transformed into the person God has always intended you to be. So when doubt and fear rise up, don't see them as setbacks, but as opportunities to choose faith. Faith is not the absence of fear or doubt. It is the choice to move forward in trust, even when you cannot see the outcome clearly. It is choosing to believe that God's plan for your life is greater than any momentary struggle, greater than any temporary setback, and more powerful than any doubt that tries to take root in your heart. God's promises are sure. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. He will always be with you, guiding you, leading you, and helping you rebuild the trust that has been broken. His love is unshakable, and His grace is sufficient. Every time you choose to trust Him, even in the midst of uncertainty, you are building a foundation of faith that cannot be shaken by the storms of life. It's important to remember, chosen one, that trusting God's plan is a daily choice. It's not something you do once and then move on from. It's a continual decision to release control, to surrender your fears, and to believe that His timing, His wisdom, and His love are greater than your understanding. You may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but you can trust that God's plan is unfolding perfectly even when it doesn't make sense in the moment. Every time you choose trust over doubt, you are building your faith. Every time you choose to believe that God is working in the midst of your circumstances, you are choosing to align yourself with His perfect will. And as you make this choice day after day, your faith grows deeper, stronger, and more resilient. But there is something else that you need to understand. Chosen one, rebuilding trust in God's plan is not just about believing in the future. It's about trusting God with the present moment. You may have made mistakes in the past, and that can feel heavy at times. You may have missed opportunities or made choices that you regret. But your present is where God is working, and He is inviting you to trust Him with today, not just the future. You cannot change what has already happened. You cannot undo the mistakes of yesterday. But you can choose to trust God with today. You can choose to surrender your fears, your insecurities, and your doubts to Him right now. God is with you in the present. He is working in your life right now, guiding you, shaping you, and equipping you for the future He has for you. The key to rebuilding trust is not just about looking ahead, it's about trusting God in the here and now. Trusting in God's plan for the present means living with an open heart, free from the burden of regret or fear. It means accepting that God has already forgiven your past, that He is with you in the present, and that He is already preparing you for the future He has promised. It's about living with the confidence that you are right where you are meant to be, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Trusting God with today is where peace begins. It's in the present moment that you experience the freedom to let go of what you cannot control and to embrace what God is doing right now. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have a perfect understanding of how everything will unfold. All you need to do is trust Him with today. Trust that He will guide you, trust that He will provide for you, and trust that He will continue to lead you step by step toward the divine purpose He has for your life. Every time you step forward in trust, you are making progress. You are rebuilding the foundation of faith piece by piece until it becomes a firm, unshakable platform upon which you can stand. And with each step, you become more confident in God's ability to lead you, to equip you, and to fulfill the plan He has for you. One of the most powerful truths to hold on to as you rebuild trust in God's plan is this: God has a purpose for every season of your life. Even the seasons that feel uncertain or painful are part of his greater plan. He uses every experience, every joy, and every struggle to shape you and bring you closer to your destiny. There is no wasted time in God's plan. Even your mistakes, your failures, and your struggles are being used by God to refine you and to make you the person He has called you to be. When you trust God with the present, you allow Him to use every moment for His glory and your good. You begin to see that your life is not just about waiting for the future to unfold, but about walking in the fullness of the life He has given you right now. The transformation you are experiencing is not just for the future, it is happening right now, in this moment. As you continue to rebuild trust, remember that God's timing is perfect. You may not understand why things have happened the way they have, but you can trust that He is working everything together for your good. Romans 8:28. His plan is unfolding one step at a time, and your trust in Him will allow you to walk in His purpose with peace and confidence. Take a deep breath, chosen one. In this moment, trust God with today. Let go of the fear, the doubt, and the need for control. Surrender your worries, your plans, and your future to Him, and trust that He is guiding you step by step toward the fulfillment of His perfect plan. Chosen one, as you continue to rebuild trust in God's plan, you may begin to notice something beautiful happening deep within you. You are beginning to let go. You're letting go of the need for control, the weight of past disappointments, and the lingering fear that God's plan might not be as good as you hoped. With each step of faith, you are releasing the old patterns of self-reliance and stepping into a place of surrender, peace, and alignment with God's will. This is not an instant transformation, but a continual daily choice to trust, and every choice you make is a step toward freedom. It's important to understand, chosen one, that rebuilding trust in God's plan is not about achieving perfection. You don't need to have it all together to be free from fear or to have every part of your life figured out. Trust is not something you do once and then move on from it. It is a lifelong commitment to walk by faith and to allow God to lead you step by step. Each day you will face moments where fear rises again, where doubt creeps in, and where you feel overwhelmed by the uncertainty of the future. But these moments are not setbacks. They are opportunities to choose God's promises over your feelings, to embrace His truth over the lies that have kept you bound. The journey of rebuilding trust requires patience. Patience with yourself. You will stumble, you will falter, and you will face moments where your trust in God seems fragile. This does not make you weak or unfaithful, it makes you human. What matters is not whether you falter, but whether you get back up and continue moving forward in faith. God does not expect perfection from you. He expects your heart, your trust, and your obedience. And as you continue to surrender, as you continue to trust, you will see that the process of rebuilding trust is shaping you into a person who is stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with His will than ever before. One of the key elements in this journey is learning to embrace the present moment. When you focus on what is ahead, you can become overwhelmed by the uncertainty and fear of the unknown. The future can seem daunting, especially when you feel like you don't have control over what lies ahead. But the truth is, you don't have to have everything figured out. God has already gone before you. He is already working in your life, shaping your future and guiding you toward the purpose He has set for you. All you have to do is trust Him with today, knowing that the future is in His hands. When you focus on the present, you create space for God to move in your life. You release the burden of trying to control every detail and allow Him to lead you step by step. There is a peace that comes from trusting God with each moment. You begin to experience a sense of freedom, freedom from worry, freedom from fear, and freedom from the weight of trying to control everything. This is the peace that passes understanding, chosen one. The more you trust God with today, the more you will experience the fullness of His presence in your life. Another aspect of rebuilding trust in God's plan is learning to accept His timing. This can be one of the most challenging parts of the process, as we often want things to unfold according to our own timeline. When things don't happen as quickly as we hoped or expected, we can begin to question whether God is really in control, whether His plan is truly working. But here's the truth, chosen. One, God's timing is always perfect. Even when you can't see the full picture, His plan is unfolding exactly as it should. Remember, God sees the end from the beginning. He knows the perfect timing for every part of your life. The challenges you face, the waiting seasons, and the moments of uncertainty are not obstacles. They are part of the preparation for what's to come. God is preparing you for something greater. Trusting His timing means letting go of the need to rush things and instead embracing the season you are in. It means trusting that the things God has for you will come at the right time, and when they do, they will be far better than you could ever imagine. As you rebuild trust in God's plan, you will also experience the power of obedience. When you choose to trust God, you are choosing to obey His will even when it doesn't make sense, even when you're unsure of what lies ahead. Obedience is an act of faith. It's the proof that you trust God with the unknown. Every step of obedience is a step deeper into His will, deeper into His purpose, and deeper into the life He has created for you. Obedience brings about transformation. It aligns your heart with God's, and it opens the door for His blessings to flow freely into your life. The more you obey, the more you will see God's hand at work in your life. You will see how He takes your obedience and turns it into something beautiful, something that brings glory to Him and fulfills the divine purpose He has for you. But there's something else to remember. Obedience is not always easy. There will be times when God calls you to take bold steps, to go beyond your comfort zone, or to make sacrifices that don't seem to make sense in the moment. In those moments, your trust in God's plan will be tested. But remember this, chosen one. God's ways are always higher than ours. His wisdom is far greater than our understanding. He sees the bigger picture, and when you trust Him, you are trusting that His plan is far better than anything you could have planned on your own. Trusting God with your life requires surrendering your need for control. It's about choosing to believe that God knows what is best for you, even when your emotions or circumstances tell you otherwise. It's about believing that His love is perfect, His plan is good, and His timing is right. As you surrender, you will find peace. You will find freedom. You will find rest in the knowledge that you are walking in the very plan that was designed specifically for you. So, chosen one, keep trusting, even when it's hard, even when it feels like you're walking blindfolded into the unknown. Trust that God is holding your hand every step of the way. Trust that He is guiding you. Trust that His plan is unfolding one step at a time, and that every part of it is leading you to a future filled with His love, His purpose, and His blessings. The road ahead may not always be clear, but God's presence will be with you. His promises will remain true. And as you continue to trust Him, you will find that He is faithful to guide you into the life He has always had in mind for you. Chosen one, now that you have taken the necessary steps to release control and embrace God's perfect timing, you are about to experience something incredible. The peace that comes from trusting God fully. This peace doesn't just stem from the absence of challenges, but from the deep, unwavering confidence that God's plan for your life is unshakable. When you fully surrender to His will, you are not merely accepting the unknown, you are welcoming it with the assurance that He is in control. What you will begin to realize, chosen one, is that God's faithfulness is not limited by your circumstances. His faithfulness is consistent and true, whether you are on the mountaintop or in the valley. It is not based on your understanding or your ability to make sense of the present moment, but on His perfect nature and His promises. He is a faithful God, and the trust you are rebuilding is rooted in this unchanging truth. The peace that comes from trusting in God's plan is not the fleeting temporary peace that the world offers, but a peace that surpasses understanding, Philippians 4:7. This peace is not dependent on what's happening around you. In fact, it often comes when circumstances seem most uncertain. It is in those moments when you feel most vulnerable that God's peace will guard your heart and mind. This peace will reassure you that no matter what happens, you are in the palm of His hand, walking in the steps He has laid out for you. And with each moment you experience this peace, your trust in Him grows stronger. This peace is also a confidence in God's ability to fulfill His promises. You may not see the answers right away, and you may not understand why certain things have happened the way they have. But trusting God means believing that He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good. His plan is not only greater than your understanding, it is filled with hope, prosperity, and a future beyond what you can imagine. The enemy will try to disrupt this peace by reminding you of your failures, your doubts, and your past. But you must stand firm, chosen one, and remember this truth: your trust in God is not based on your own ability to get it right, but on His ability to make all things work together for good. Romans 8:28. Your past mistakes, your struggles, and even your uncertainties do not disqualify you from God's plan. In fact, they are part of the refining process. God uses all things, both good and bad, to shape you into the person He has destined you to become. As you embrace the peace that comes from trusting God, you will begin to notice how your heart softens toward the challenges in your life. What once seemed overwhelming or impossible begins to feel like a challenge that you can face with God by your side. Your perspective will shift from fear and doubt to hope and faith, knowing that with God, nothing is impossible. Trusting God's plan doesn't mean life will be without difficulty. You will still face obstacles, and there will be moments when fear tries to sneak back in. But what happens when you choose to trust is that you become anchored in God's promises, and no matter how fierce the storm, you will not be moved. When doubt arises, you will choose to speak the truth over your life. God is with me. He will never leave me. He is working everything together for my good. The peace that comes with trusting God also empowers you to walk in greater freedom. The freedom from fear, the freedom from the need to control, and the freedom from the burden of self-reliance. You no longer need to carry the weight of trying to manage everything on your own. God is your provider. He is your protector. He is your guide. And when you place your trust in Him, you are free to live with confidence, knowing that He has already prepared the way before you. Living in this peace means trusting God with your future, not just your present or past, but your destiny. Often we hold on tightly to our dreams and ambitions, afraid to let go and allow God to lead us where He wants us to go. But trusting God means believing that His dreams for you are bigger, better, and more fulfilling than your own. It means allowing Him to guide you into a future filled with hope, purpose, and divine appointments. When you trust in God's plan for your life, you begin to live with a sense of purpose that transcends the ordinary. You know that every day is a step toward fulfilling the destiny He has for you. Whether you are in a season of waiting, a season of growth, or a season of action, you can trust that every moment is part of His perfect plan for your life. It's essential to understand, chosen one, that this peace is not dependent on your circumstances. It is dependent on your trust in God's faithfulness. As you walk in trust, you will see that the difficult seasons in your life were not meant to break you, but to refine you. They were not meant to destroy your hope, but to deepen your faith. The challenges you face, the waiting periods, and the struggles are not obstacles. They are opportunities for God to show His strength and power in your life. The more you surrender to God's plan, the more you will experience this divine peace. It will become the foundation of your trust, the source of your strength, and the lens through which you view the world. With every act of trust, you are building a life of peace in knowing that God is in control. Peace in knowing that His plan is always good, and peace in knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. So, chosen one, I ask you now, will you let this peace settle in your heart? Will you trust that God's plan is unfolding perfectly even when you can't see it? Will you let go of the need to control and embrace the peace that comes from knowing God is leading you to something far greater than you can imagine? Take a moment now and breathe in this peace. Feel the burden lift as you trust God with today, tomorrow, and the rest of your journey. You are safe in His hands. His peace will guard your heart and mind as you continue to rebuild trust in His perfect plan. Chosen one, as you continue to rebuild trust in God's plan, you will begin to see that the process is more than just a personal transformation. It is a realignment of your entire life with God's will. When you trust Him, when you choose to believe that His plan is perfect and that He is in control, something incredible begins to happen. You align your heart, mind, and actions with His divine purpose. The confusion that once clouded your path will begin to clear, and you will step into a place of clarity, peace, and purpose. Alignment with God's will is the key to living a life of fulfillment and divine significance. It's not about forcing your will onto the world or chasing your own dreams, hoping that God will bless them. It's about humbling yourself before Him and saying, "Lord, your will be done in my life." It's about letting go of the need to control your circumstances and allowing God to lead you according to His perfect plan. When you align with His will, you align with the flow of His grace, His favor, and His power. You begin to experience life as it was meant to be, full of purpose, peace, and divine direction. Living in alignment with God's will is not always easy, especially when the world pulls you in different directions. The pressures of society, your own desires, and even the expectations of others can cloud your judgment and lead you away from His plan. But when you trust God's plan completely, you will begin to see that the things of the world lose their hold on you. You will no longer be controlled by the need for approval, the fear of failure, or the desire for control. You will be free to live boldly and confidently in the path God has set before you. This alignment, chosen one, isn't a one-time decision, it is a daily choice. Each day you must choose to surrender your plans to God and to trust Him with the outcomes. There will be moments when you feel tempted to take things into your own hands, to try to force things to happen according to your timing or your understanding. But this is where faith truly takes root. Faith is the choice to trust God's timing and to believe that His plan for your life is far better than anything you could create on your own. One of the greatest gifts of aligning your life with God's will is the peace that comes with knowing you are walking in His purpose. When you are aligned with God, you don't have to worry about what comes next. You don't have to fear the unknown because you know that God is leading you. His voice becomes clearer, His direction more certain, and His presence more tangible. This peace isn't something the world can give you. It's a peace that comes from knowing that no matter what happens, God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. As you align with God's will, you will also begin to see that your life has divine significance. And every relationship, every job, every challenge, and every moment has meaning when you align it with God's purpose. You are not simply existing. You are living a life that is part of God's larger plan. Every choice you make when surrendered to Him becomes an opportunity to serve His kingdom, to reflect His love, and to carry out His will in the world. This is where true fulfillment is found, not in self-centered pursuits or achievements, but in living fully for the purpose God has set before you. Living in alignment with God's will also bring about transformation in your relationships. When you trust God's plan for your life, you begin to see others as He sees them. You start to love more deeply, forgive more freely, and serve with a heart that reflects God's love. The people you interact with, the way you treat them, and the way you share God's love will align with His heart. Your relationships will become more purposeful, more meaningful, and more reflective of God's glory. You might be asking, how do I know if I am truly aligned with God's will? The answer lies in your heart. When your heart is fully surrendered to God, when you seek His guidance and trust His leading, you will know. Alignment with God's will brings peace, purpose, and joy. It brings a deep sense of knowing that you are walking exactly where you need to be. When you feel a sense of rest in your spirit, even in the midst of challenges, and when you are filled with a desire to serve others and glorify God, you are walking in alignment with His plan. But here's the truth, chosen. One alignment doesn't mean everything will be easy. There will still be moments of struggle, confusion, and challenges. But as you continue to trust God, as you continue to surrender your plans and desires to Him, He will guide you through each moment. He will give you wisdom in times of uncertainty, strength in times of weakness, and grace in times of need. Trusting in God's will and aligning your life with it will not remove challenges, but it will equip you to face them with faith and perseverance. You are being shaped into the person God created you to be. As you align with His will, you are also aligning with your true identity. You begin to see yourself not through the lens of fear or inadequacy, but through the lens of God's love and purpose. The more you trust Him, the more you will come to understand who you are in Christ. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are equipped for the purpose He has set before you. As you align with His will, you will step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Chosen one, I encourage you to embrace this process of realignment. Let go of your need for control and allow God to lead you in every area of your life. Let His peace fill your heart, His wisdom guide your decisions, and His love empower your actions. Trust that His plan for you is good and that His timing is perfect. Even in the unknowns, even in the moments when it feels like you can't see what's ahead, trust that God is already there working in you and through you. Step fully into the life God has for you. Your future is not defined by your fears, your mistakes, or your doubts. It is defined by God's perfect plan, which is unfolding in ways you may not yet fully see. Trust in that plan, chosen one, and step boldly forward into the future that awaits you. Chosen one, now that you've walked through the steps of rebuilding trust in God's plan, realigning your life with His will and embracing His peace, you are at a pivotal moment in your journey. You are ready to step fully into the future He has prepared for you. This is the moment when your trust is no longer tentative or fragile, but solid and unwavering. The foundation of your life has been rebuilt, and now you can move forward with confidence, knowing that God is leading you toward a divine destiny. It may not be immediately clear what lies ahead, and there may still be moments of uncertainty, but remember this: God is with you, and His plan for you is always good. As you step into the future, trust that each step is guided by His wisdom, His love, and His unchanging faithfulness. The road may not always be easy, but it will be filled with the promise of His presence and the assurance that you are walking in the purpose He has for you. This is the moment where you embrace the life God has always meant for you to live, a life that is full of purpose, fulfillment, and peace. This is the life where your choices align with His will, where your heart beats in rhythm with His, and where every step you take is a step toward the divine calling He has placed on your life. You have fought through fear, doubt, and self-reliance, and now you are ready to live fully in the truth that you are chosen and equipped for greatness. But stepping fully into this future doesn't mean that challenges will disappear. Life will still present obstacles. There will be moments of difficulty, of discomfort, of testing. But chosen one, you now have a strength that comes from knowing that God is with you. You have a peace that surpasses understanding, a trust that will carry you through the hardest of times, and a purpose that will give you the courage to face whatever comes your way. There is something beautiful about trusting God's plan fully. It frees you from the need to control every aspect of your life. When you surrender your will and trust in God's, you allow Him to work in ways that far exceed what you could have imagined. Your life begins to unfold in ways that bring glory to His name, in ways that touch others, and in ways that reveal His goodness and love to the world. Your trust in His plan becomes a testimony of His faithfulness and a beacon of hope for those who are still searching for the truth. As you step into the fullness of the life God has prepared for you, remember that your journey is not just about you. It's about fulfilling the divine calling placed on your life to bless others, to serve His kingdom, and to reflect His love in all that you do. Your trust in His plan impacts the lives of those around you. When you live in alignment with God's will, your life becomes a vessel of His grace, His mercy, and His love. You become a living testimony to the power of trusting in His plan, and you inspire others to do the same. Each decision you make from this point forward is an opportunity to continue living in alignment with His will. The path before you is full of promise, and as you walk it with confidence, you will begin to see the fullness of God's purpose for your life unfold. You may not always understand the journey, but you can trust that every step is part of His divine plan. Now, chosen one step into your future with confidence. You are not walking alone. God has promised to be with you every step of the way, and His presence will guide you, strengthen you, and comfort you as you continue to walk in trust. Your trust in His plan is the foundation upon which everything in your life will be built. And with that trust, you are now prepared to face whatever lies ahead. As you step fully into your divine calling, remember that this is just the beginning. Trusting God's plan doesn't mean you've arrived at your final destination. It means you're beginning to walk in the fullness of His purpose for you. The journey ahead is full of hope, of divine appointments, and of opportunities to grow deeper in faith and purpose. With every step, you will experience transformation, both in your own life and in the lives of those you encounter. Your trust in God's plan has already changed you. It has refined you, molded you, and prepared you for the life ahead. Now, as you continue to walk in trust, you will begin to see the fruit of your faith. The doors that God has opened for you will be ones you never could have opened on your own. The opportunities He has prepared will be ones you could never have imagined, and the relationships He is bringing into your life will be full of purpose and divine alignment. There is so much beauty in this moment, chosen one. You have stepped into a new season of purpose, freedom, and peace. You have chosen to trust God's plan for your life, and in doing so, you have aligned yourself with a future that is brighter than anything you could have ever created on your own. The work of rebuilding trust was not in vain. It has equipped you for this moment, for the life that lies ahead. And as you step into this life of trust, know that you are walking in the strength and wisdom of the One who created you. Every step you take in His will lead you closer to the fullness of the life He has always intended for you. This is your moment to live out your divine purpose, to love, to serve, to lead, and to reflect His glory in all you do. So, chosen one step forward with boldness. Embrace the future God has for you with confidence, knowing that His plan is good, His timing is perfect, and His love is never-ending. The path ahead is bright, and you are ready to walk it in trust, peace, and purpose. The journey of rebuilding trust in God's plan has led you here to this moment of fullness and freedom. Embrace it fully and know that as you continue to walk in trust, God's plan for your life will unfold in ways that will amaze you, fill you with joy, and lead you into the divine destiny He has created for you.